Okay, welcome to another stream. Today for something slightly different. Let me just check that this is working. Okay, that seems to be working. Great. Okay, just quickly for something different than last time, just quickly wanted to show you guys something. Maybe if you've been following the news and been playing around with ChatGPT, then I think this isn't maybe new to you, but just want to kind of go through one of the features and show you how to use the feature for creating custom GPTs and what kind of stuff you can do with them, just using one example. And maybe you've already seen this. This is from Peter Levels here on Twitter. This was, I think, maybe a few weeks ago, I'm not sure. So he built this picture generator that creates Lego boxes based on an instruction. So right here you can see the canals of Amsterdam. Here's a Lego box for the SpaceX base on Mars. And here's a MacBook Pro built in Lego with the Lego box. And this is all done in ChatGPT with custom GPT. So if you click, for example here, if you follow the link that he has on his Twitter here, basically you get to the ChatGPT homepage, and then you see custom logo, custom title, custom instructions here, and then there are some suggestions as to what you could generate. And if I, for example, choose the SpaceX Mars base here, it says now generating your Lego box, and it'll take some time to create the image. And then this will probably look slightly different from what he had on his Twitter, given that there's some randomness in how the prompts and how the images are generated. But again, you can see the way this works. And I think also he has probably tweaked the prompt that he's using behind the scenes. When he first posted this, you see just the Lego box on some sort of shiny white background usually. And then now when you use this, you see the Lego box, a model sort of in front, some sort of instruction manual here, and then some figures. So we can also just try this again and say maybe Shibuya crossing Japan. And again, wait for the image to be generated. Yeah, again, you see similar structure here, right? So there's like some figures and models from the box is in the background. There's a, although that's sort of hidden by this sort of road that merges into the instruction manual here. There's an instruction manual here, so I think he has probably slightly tweaked the prompt that he's using to generate these images, but I think it's quite fun, right? And I mean, once you zoom in, you see, okay, maybe there aren't any sensible words on here, and like the Japanese is clearly doesn't make any sense. But you know, if you squint your eyes, then these look quite convincing, and many times there's like fun stuff to discover, right? Like I think for those who aren't familiar with the Shibuya crossing, so this is kind of what it looks like. You come out of the station over here to the right, and then right in front of you is this sort of glass building with famous Starbucks here where you can sit and have coffee. This one closed recently, or is being renovated, I'm not sure, but this is kind of the first building that you see, and then to your right is this kind of red screen here that always shows advertisements. And it's kind of captured that, right? Like you can see the building on the right here, that's the building with the Starbucks. It looks slightly different, but it has captured this sort of glass facade. definitely recognizable to somebody who knows the crossing, I think. And then here on the box, you can see how it has captured this red screen area here, and then sort of the typical central Tokyo look with these different advertisement boards and signage all over. So you can generate many more things with this. Maybe let's do one more. Let's do maybe Yokohama Harbor. Or let's do the Yokohama Red Brick Warehouse. It's like an event and shopping area in Yokohama, very close, as you can see here, very close to the harbor and the sea. And it's a historic warehouse from I don't know when, but that used to be a proper warehouse for importing goods, but again now houses of shops and tourist attractions, etc. So let's do one more. Okay, there we go, right? So same layout, right? With instruction manual here on the left, some figures, and then it has captured this this cute boat going past the brick the brick warehouse here. It has sort of captured this scene quite well, right? There's like this elongated red brick warehouse that basically sits right on the waterfront. Maybe there's a picture where you can see that. Let's go back. I mean, it's not, it's slightly, situated slightly differently, but I think it's captured the essence of what you would think of. And again, right, this Lego box looks quite convincing, I think, if you squint a little bit, right? Again, here you get the typical, I mean, this I guess is already on the level of spelling mistakes rather than senseless words. Meaningless words. So it's quite, again, it's quite convincing and fun. One thing you do need is you need to have a GPT Plus subscription. So on the right here, I created an incognito window where I created a different account for ChatGPT that has no subscription. And if you ask it here, create an image of a penguin, for example, then if you're using ChatGPT 3.5, it'll let you know that it can only do text generation at this point, and you cannot do image generation. That's only part of ChatGPT 4.0, which you can get by, you can see here, if you upgrade to a paid plan, so then you get ChatGPT 4, DALL-E, which is the image generator, and other features, and that's currently $20 per month. So you need that to use these custom GPTs, which is the way that Peter Levels implemented this Lego box generator. Okay, so let's generate our own. So it's pretty straightforward. If you go to Explore here on the left in your ChatGPT menu, then here you can create your own GPTs, customize a version of GPT for a specific purpose. And you can see here I've already done chocolate box generator and burger set image generator. And let me just quickly show you this chocolate box generator, which is just a variant of the Lego idea that we've seen from Peter Levels. And there are many other similar things that you can find on the web that do something like this. Let's do something nice here. So if you do, so this generates image of a box of chocolate pralines based on a theme, and we'll give it something more abstract maybe. And then you can see here, okay, slightly different from what we've seen earlier with the Lego box generator. It starts printing out things that are related to the theme I gave it. So I told it create a chocolate praline box for the theme bonding and connection. And then And then it says, I envision a chocolate box with each chocolate representing a unique aspect of this theme. Here are 6 aspects of their corresponding designs. And then it goes into sort of different aspects of this bonding and connection theme. Handshake, puzzle piece, heart-shaped, praline, chain link, bridge, infinity symbol. And then it gives a sort of an explanation for why this is relevant for the theme, and maybe how it would generate the chocolate box. And then in the end, you get something like this here. You can see, okay, it has designed these handshake chocolate pralines, has the sort of traditionally heart-shaped praline, infinity symbols sort of in different variations, knots. It's not one-to-one what it tells you in the text output, but it uses that text output sort of as inspiration for what it generates. Oops, sorry for that. Okay, so how do you do that? Again, let's just go create a GPT. And then you can use this create dialog where you can sort of talk with ChatGPT to help you set this up, but I find it much easier to just go to the configure page and then give the instructions here. So here's a name, so we'll make chocolate box generator on stream. So generates a picture of a chocolate praline box based on a theme given by the user. And then here, these are sort of examples that you can give the user for what, examples for the user to start the conversation, right? So maybe they want to generate a picture about love and appreciation. Maybe they want to do something completely different. They want it to look like robots, or something maybe spring in, or maybe let's do cherry blossom season in Japan. So these are just examples that the user could maybe start with to generate chocolate box inspiration ideas. And we don't need ChatGPT to be able to access the web in this example. We just need it to be able to generate images. Okay, so that's sort of the meta setup for this. And then here with instruction, this is where you give it a prompt and explain to ChatGPT what it should do with the user input. And that sounds quite abstract, but it's really, to get something that works is really straightforward. You just sort of give it instructions in English, and then see what works, and sort of do maybe some rounds of prompt engineering to make it do what you want. But essentially you just write a description here of what you would like it to do with the user input. And so, of course, I've tried this before, and I've kind of played around with different variations, but yeah, I'll just show you what I'm using for the chocolate box generator that you've seen earlier. And so I think there are different ways probably of writing these prompts, and it takes just a bit of experimentation to see what works better. But again, like I said, we'll just go straight ahead and write a natural language instruction for what we want it to do. And so we'll just start with, okay, I want you to take a prompt from the user and use that as a theme for the task described below. And I'll just look at my notes so I can kind of replicate what I've done with the actual version. So what do we want it to do, right? We want it to generate a maybe realistic picture of a box of chocolate pralines. The image is taken straight from above, like a professional product picture. The box is on a beautifully decorated table. This is not exactly the prompt that I used in the previous version, but I think we'll just see how this works. So now, each chocolate praline has an intricate and creative shape and design that represents an aspect of the theme, right? So you can just ask it to generate a chocolate box based on that theme. I mean, in fact, if we just go with ChatGPT-4 and we just go create an image of a box of chocolate pralines based on the theme love and affection. That could be already be the whole prompt for this custom GPT, right? Take the user input and generate an image of a box of chocolate pralines based on the theme that the user gave, right? But if you just do this, then you have sort of very little control over how the image, how sort of the elements of the image that are being generated. Okay, right. I mean, this fits the theme and it looks very nice, but you know, there's like a candle here, there's decoration here. Something that will come out, but you know, giving the prompt more details gives you more control over what you want the image to look like, right? So for example, in this case, essentially all of the chocolate pralines here are heart shaped, right? This looks pretty realistic, I think. But the sort of the only element that reflects that theme is the heart shape, right? The box is heart shape, or at least sort of approximates a heart shape. All of the pralines are heart shaped. Maybe the roses here again, I guess, reflect that theme, but there isn't much variation in terms of how the theme is being expressed. So we might want to do something like this here, right? So make sure that the design looks like it's made from edible ingredients like chocolate, nuts, what else? Cream, sugar, or other ingredients. Maybe also make sure that the shape of the praline relates to the aspect that is being represented. And then I found that the next thing helps it to think a little bit about these different aspects that it should show. So first, think about 6 different aspects that can represent the theme. Tell the user about those aspects, and then generate the image as instructed. When telling the user about the aspects, make sure to also describe what the shape of the praline will look like. Again, this is something I just, when experimenting, I found that emphasizing this sort of the instructions on the shape helps it come up with more detailed descriptions on what the shape looks like, and that leads to more variation in the shapes of the chocolate pralines that you will see in the generated output, right? And so this is just an example prompt. Now that was pretty quick, right? We've told it, take the user input, generate a picture of chocolate pralines. You know, it should look like sort of some product picture. The box is on a beautifully decorated table, and then each chocolate praline has an intricate and creative shape and design that represents an aspect of the theme. And then think of 6 different aspects, generate the picture, right? And then when you're creating these, On the right hand side you can try them out. So let's do this again with our prompt here. And now this looks much more like what I've shown you before, right? The prompt that we're using is very similar to the one that I've used in the example I've shown you earlier. So it will generate 6 aspects that relate to the theme that you've given. So in this case, love and appreciation, right? So heart shape, rose design, thank you, hugging, gift box, lock and key. And then now it generates an image based on this. Right, so here we go. Again, it's not always like a one-to-one representation of what it discusses above, but here you can see, okay, lots of decoration on the table, right? Here we see these chocolates that are gift boxes. We see the rose, heart shape, thank you. This is also something that it suggested, right? There's like this hugging figure here. Let's do the robots one, see what it comes up with, right? So that's basically it, right? You can now save this, publish it, and share this with others. As long as they have a GPT Plus account, they can use this based on the prompt that you've given. And since it's using their account, there's no bill to you or anything, right? This is billed from the user, is from the quota of the user that's using your created GPT. Okay, so the robots, right? So classic robot shaped, traditional robot. Let's see what a traditional robot looks like. Square body, circular head. Gear design, binary code, electric plug. Right, I mean, this is so much fun, right? You see these gearbox, these gear primaries, which look super fun. There's like this tool over here. You see the robot shaped. I mean, this one, not sure if this could pass for a chocolate confectionery, but you know, again, if you squint your eyes, it looks quite convincing, I think, right? The design here on the box is great. The whole table has this circuit board design, and there's another chocolate here with the circuit board design inside there. Yeah, I mean, I think this is great for, I mean, just fun and you know, getting some inspiration, right? Maybe let's do one more. What's another thing that we could do? Let's give it something that's maybe a little bit more intricate, like a sunny day outside in the countryside, enjoying the weather. I mean, I have no idea like how I would translate this theme into a chocolate box, but you know, ChatGPT is much better at this than I am. That's why we're asking it to do this. Again, so this is following the same scheme that's described in the prompt that you gave it when creating it. So it'll come up with 6 aspects that somehow relate to the theme that you gave it. So there's sun shape, tree design, picnic basket, butterflies, wildflowers, rolling hills, and then now it'll generate a picture of a chocolate box based on these themes, right? Again, I mean, I think, look at this, this is pretty awesome, right? So you've got this sort of really nice arrangement of chocolate pralines down here that that connect well with the theme, right? So you've got these flowers, butterflies. It's really well organized as well, right? So there's like a strawberry one here. Then the box, beautiful design, right? It has this large area that at first glance looks like sort of it's wasted space in terms of packaging, but it's so nice, right? It has this really nice illustration, and then there's this huge chocolate praline here that represents the sun. That feels like you can take it right out of this, right? Beautiful illustration here, and then you've got this arrangement of smaller chocolates down here that sort of enhance and connect really well with this illustration, right? Then again, the decoration on the table just adds to the presentation of this, and I mean, I think this is awesome for. I mean, first of all, just playing around and seeing what it comes up with, but awesome for generating product ideas, for generating inspiration. Like even, you know, even I think this idea of not using the whole box, you know, to fill it with chocolates, but kind of having this okay, there's like a really nice picture here that integrates with one of the main items. Then there's kind of this arrangement of almost supporting items down here, and then maybe, you know, you could have more chocolate. I mean, this is maybe too much chocolate, but you know, you could have more of the same or other similar items below this picture. You can kind of take it out, have other stuff behind that, right? So you get this sort of two-staged unboxing feeling when opening this product, right? Without feeling that, okay, there's a lot of packaging here that goes to waste, right? So I think even though we didn't give it instructions around the packaging, this already gives great inspiration, I think, for what you could do with a different style of packaging, different shapes, different colors, how to integrate the different elements of the actual chocolate items with the packaging, etc., etc. So the possibilities are really endless. And yeah, it's super easy to do this. And then here you can save, and you can make it public, or you can restrict it to just people who know the link. But that's essentially all it is, right? So if I look at the ones I've done, these are the GPTs that I made, and then I can copy the link here and share that. And as long as other people have as long as other people have a ChatGPT Plus subscription, they can use this, right? So if you think about having this maybe inside your company, as long as all of the employees have access to GPT Plus, people can almost just in natural language create these idea generators for specific problems, and then share that, and people can use it, you know, to get inspiration, to get new ideas, to just explore different themes. So I think it's pretty awesome, and I'd really recommend you try it. Okay, I mean, that's it for what I wanted to show you. I'll just do like a few more of these because I think it's so fun. This is, which one did I do? Japanese Sakura season. I mean, I think this fish shape one looks awesome. Yeah, maybe this is also just a good comment here. When I played around with generating this before the stream, I found that it does a lot of kind of what you can see down here, right? So like a generically round shaped chocolate with some sort of image printed on it, right? I mean, maybe the middle one here looks a little bit more realistic in terms of how you would design this in an actual product. But really quickly you get boxes that are just sort of images, in this case related to Japan and cherry blossom season that are sort of printed on chocolates, right? And that's kind of exciting for the first 1 or 2 or 3 pictures, but it becomes a bit trivial after the first few examples that you see, right? It's just taking the pictures and then putting them on these chocolate. And that's one of the things where I changed the prompt to make it focus more on, okay, what shapes can you use? Please, you know, make sure that you shape the chocolates also in a way that represents the theme. And so with the updated prompt here, you see it has created a cherry blossom shaped chocolate here, and then again with the fishes here. I think this looks really, really fun and cute. I think it's taking the shape into account. And yeah, koinobori carp streamers, those are the koinobori colorful carp shaped praline, combining layers of vibrant red and white chocolate inspired by the carp streamers flown during the season. Right? Awesome. What is one of the other prompts that I had here? Yeah, I think I had famous TV shows, which I thought was nice. Which one is that? Yeah, let's just use the ones that we just built. So famous TV shows. So it lists up some popular TV shows and then generate sort of a mixture box of Pioneer box that mixes imagery from these TV shows. What time is it now in the US? Midnight. Not sure why it's a little bit slower than it was just a few minutes ago. Maybe midnight is when people are playing around. Okay, so there we go. TV shows. Let's see what we can find. So that we did get The Simpsons is like the donut shape. That one is over here. What else do we get? Magnifying glass, is that somewhere? Oh, not sure. I think the dragon is probably Game of Thrones, right? Like a dragon, coffee cup. I mean, I think, yeah, maybe that's maybe the coffee mug over here. I'm not sure. I wonder what this vial is in the middle. Oh, like a this is from Breaking Bad, right? So, chemistry flask, blue tinted white chocolate to mimic the blue crystal meth that's central to the show's plot, right? Okay, I mean, this is maybe not immediately apparent that this is for Breaking Bad, but I mean, I think it's quite creative, right? And I'm not sure if you could do this in an actual product, but certainly this shape below here, I think, right? Not sure about this glass effect. You can probably do that with sugar, but I'm not sure if that is feasible to do in a regular product. But again, I think, right, it's just so cute and inspiring. So I think it's great. And this is maybe like the bicycle from Stranger Things, like just the wheel maybe. Edible silver to give it a vintage look. Yeah. Okay, one last thing. So even if you have ChatGPT Plus, there is a quota for how much you can use it. So if you generate lots and lots and lots of pictures in a short time, at some point it will tell you, sorry, I can't generate any more images for you, please wait. And then usually it gives you a specific time for when you can start using it again. So be a little bit careful for with how much you use it. There's no additional fees or anything, right? It's just, it'll just limit you at some point. So that's just one thing to keep in mind when playing around with it. But again, so great fun with these custom GPTs, easy to share with other users, and I'd really recommend you try it and play around with it. Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to quickly show that. Have a good one. Thank you, and bye-bye.